technology does not exist solely to facilitate our existing mode of thinking. It doesn't just take the things we were doing already and the ways we were thinking and feeling and make them faster or more efficient. It imprints and imposes patterns on our brain, our daily habits. I'm Mitchell F. Chan.
My name is Caleb Ogg.
Mi nombre es Hideo.
I'm Harm van den Dorpel.
I'm a generative
Soy
artist.
un artista generativo.
I'm a conceptual and public artist.
I'm an artist, been making NFTs since 2015.
There's still so much to the common man that is quite confusing and just mystifying about the NFT world. So these kinds of projects that help break it down a bit for the layman man and or woman and or person is extremely helpful and beneficial. And to furthermore get to see how this technological world can intertwine with art and the creative process is also incredibly interesting.
I liked the idea of art being a transfer of ideas from the artist to the viewer and nothing less and nothing more. So I thought that was an interesting concept to introduce in this documentary. And I loved seeing where these NFTs may be going and the progress that they're making, how eventually we hope to bring digital art into the brick and mortar world, having them displayed with physical works in art museums eventually. So I loved seeing the birth and the progression of NFTs and hearing from all these different artists and seeing all of their diverse works and just the span of art that this encompasses was really cool to see as well.
There are many various artists that go into the depths of how this form of art has shaped them. One of them cites that with generative art, they're able to leave the art process behind to something else gratifying. Some of the interviews were spoken very fast, but I do think that they were insightful, and it's nice to see a diverse range of artists come together throughout the world and able to speak their own language without any restraints. Overall, it was a diverse documentary with many forms of art and artists, locations, point of views, and about the whole process of generating art through AI.
I think it's such a new technology that there's still not a lot of knowledge to the general public of how it works. So I think this was an interesting look into that. I think this was super duper informational. I think you do a good point of showing AI is not like the worst thing, as much as it is, it gets a bad rap. I think you highlighting the people behind it and the programmers behind it gives it a new life, and I think you do a great job of showing that in this piece. But overall, I think it was really informational. I think you have a steady tone throughout.
I like the way they set up the explanation of what generative art was and what the film was about. That was a springboard that just immediately gets you interested, and you want to know what's going on. And I also loved the art too. I thought the art was absolutely fantastic. The interviews were so cool. Listening to each of the different artists talk about, what they liked about generative art and, how they found what their experiences were.
Pacing was great. The camera work was great. All the interviews of all the artists were really intriguing. And it brought me into a world I know nothing about and don't really hear about too much. So I thought that was awesome and informative.
Hoping to understand blockchains or NFTs should probably watch this documentary. It helped explain it a little bit more through using engineers along with artists to explain how this works. It's something that a lot of us don't understand. It's something that a lot of us need help understanding. We try and read the stuff about it and it just is too complex. This actually made it a lot simpler to understand on how it's working, and that they know they are creating a little bit of chaos, but that they're trying to show that AI systems can actually work with artists rather than against them, which is really the fear.